Welcome to Power Your Profits podcast, your friendly guide in bringing your business revenue to the next level. Listen as host Susie Carter hears inspiring stories of success from her fellow entrepreneurs and transformational leaders. Prepare to make significant change to your strategies as they unravel the secrets of building multi-million-dollar businesses and the most effective tips on finance, marketing, and sales accountability. If you want to make your first step towards explosive business growth, this is the right podcast for you. Without further ado, here is your host, Susie.
Please welcome my next guest, Mostafa Hosseini. He has helped coaches and consultants implement their one-page marketing plan in less than 3 days. So he works with coaches, consultants, experts who want to build a business that allows them to spend more time with their family. And how? He does that by incorporating a simple tool and techniques and empowers business owners to work on the business while constantly working towards to reduce his or her involvement in the time. And why does it work? Because he focuses on the business owner to create a simple one-page marketing plan that identifies the top drivers in the business that actually works. This allows you, the owner, to produce measurable results and establish a strong presence out in the marketplace and clearly what your company represents. So please welcome my next guest.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited. I have a special treat for you. I know I say that every time, but I really mean it. I'm bringing you my badass friends, and I'm bringing you the baddest of the baddest. This is one of your biggest challenges in your business that every time I hear a student talking about it, so I'm like, let me just bring them the juice. Don't you love, Mostafa, that you are the juice? Mostafa helps coaches and consultants create and implement a one-page marketing plan in 3 days. That is Bananaramas, which I'm so excited. So welcome, Mostafa. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your genius with us. Tell us, kind of give us an overview. Like, what's your story? How'd you get started?
Hello, and thanks for having me here. It's great to be here. Thank you for the introduction. Did you ask about my story? I started a marketing agency back in 2010. And we did full service digital marketing for our clients, and along with coaching, consulting, and helping our clients. And back in 2018, I was at a point where I was frustrated, and I was at a point where my customers were making way more money than I was.
Oh, I hate that.
And I was helping them achieve that. And my own marketing campaigns were not working. I was also feeling frustrated because I was in a very, what I call, hyper competitive environment, right? I mean, people wake up one day and they start a marketing company, and I had competition literally all over the place. So I was a bit frustrated. So I read 3 books that changed the course of my life and business. First one was 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. And in that book, Peter Thiel was one of the co-founders of PayPal. And in there, he says, competition is for losers. And at that time, I definitely felt like a loser because there was just way too much competition. And I didn't have a clear way on how to stand out from the rest of the competition and differentiate myself. So that was one aha moment. And my lights went off like, this is not good. So almost overnight, I dropped the digital marketing services. Then I took a month or two to try to figure out what am I going to do, moving forward. And then I read a couple of more books that really took it to a whole new level. First one was The 80-20 Principle by Richard Koch.
Yeah.
And then Essentialism by Greg McKeown. And so I decided to drop everything and share everything with a one-page marketing plan. So I'm like, there's way too much going on, way too much noise. I've got my head in 12 different things and nothing seems to be working the way I want it. So I decided to simplify and do 80-20 and stick to the essentials and the rest of it. What else? Let me give you some personal stuff, my story. I'm married, I got 2 kids. My top 3 values are family, business, and growth and learning. So I spend 99% of my time in family, business, and growth and learning. And love mountains. I'm kind of an advanced skier. Love spending time in the nature, hiking, biking, barbecue, and all that stuff. So that's me in a nutshell.
That is you in a nutshell. And how long have you been doing this?
Doing
the marketing piece? How many years?
About 11 years now.
11 years. This is one of the areas that I've met people who everyone says they can do it, but not everybody can do it, right? And so what are you seeing as the top marketing challenges for business owners today?
I already hinted to some of it, is people poking around at too many different things, and nothing is working, as we're all attracted to this shiny object syndrome, where we're being pitched and people are bombarded with solutions and ideas and sales approaches saying, hey, come to us, this is going to work and it's going to revolutionize your. And so some of their challenges is, I think to me, number one challenge is people don't have a goal, a plan, and a strategy to reach their goal. That's like the number one underlying problem.
Yes. I say that all the time. Yes, yes, yes. So simple, but still hard for people.
Exactly. So we're like, what are you trying to achieve? Well, we want to grow our business. By how much? Lots and lots and lots. How much is lots to you? Are it 100 grand, $100 million, $1 billion? There is a massive difference there. So I think those are some of the biggest problems, starting with the biggest one is not having a clear vision of exactly what they want and the goal and the plan to get there. Right. Another problem is some people come up with plans, but the plans are usually a booklet or they're too complicated, and therefore it's collecting digital dust or sitting on a shelf collecting dust.
Right. Or it's not relevant to what we're promoting or why we're doing what we're doing. It's like, why do you want a podcast? Why do you want another product? I find my students are like, let me make another thing. Let me make another thing. No. Let's sell one thing. Let's just sell one thing. Right.
Exactly.
So what do you think some of the top myths are about marketing and growth?
Top of the myth. If I work hard at it, it will eventually work. That's one of the first ones. And I heard Tony Robbins years ago saying, if you walk east, start running east, looking for sunset, regardless of how hard you work and walk and run, you're probably not going to see it. And so if you're working on the wrong thing, regardless of how hard we work, it's not going to work.
I always like to say, math is money and money is fun, and nobody likes to do the math, right? So to me, it's fun, but it's not fun for some people. And the same thing can be with, you say, a simple marketing formula, because that sounds, I'm like, is there such a thing? So what is that? Because I don't know if there's such a thing.
So a simple marketing formula is our one-page marketing plan. That's what we work on. And so what we do is we help coaches, consultants, authors, speakers, and people that come through our training to simplify and consolidate everything that need to do onto a one-page plan that they could use and implement and see on a daily basis.
Yeah, right? Like that roadmap for marketing.
Exactly. I always use the analogy of flying. And I say, if we're flying from Toronto to LA, how often on average do you want the plane and the plane to check if it's en route or not? How often on average should we check? Probably every second, right?
Like, make sure those wings are right where you need those wings.
Exactly. And
my husband was a pilot, so I know being in the cockpit with him and going, are we okay? Are we okay? Are we okay?
Yeah. I mean, there's that system. There's the system the plane has, and the pilot is checking. If it deviates from the route, it will check and come right back in. And that's exactly like checking on our goals and the plan and the strategy and the action plan. Are we going towards a goal? Are we implementing what we need to implement? Are we getting closer to where we need to go? Right? Yeah. And so if we don't have any goals, it's like, well, how are you going to achieve a goal if you don't have it?
Yeah.
Right? If you try really hard on achieving something that you don't know what it is, it's like almost impossible. Right? And then, so what we do is people join us, we create that one-page plan and walk out and start implementing basically as we implement the plan.
So in my head, I'm trying to wrap my mind around it, right? And so we know each other from another group. So what does that process look like? Because I feel like we've got Trello board on top of Trello board on top of Trello board about the things that we're doing about the things. So what's that process look like? And what are some specific actions that we can take to make it
Absolutely. So we got 6 steps into our process, into our one-page marketing plan. Number 1, what is the goal? What are we trying to achieve in terms of sales and numbers? How much revenue or sales are we trying to bring in? And how many customers do I need to achieve that amount of sale? And we got a formula and a process to figure out, work it kind of back ass work to figure out, all right, here's how much sales I need. And I need, for example, 127 customers to get there. That's step number 1. And figure out some of the numbers for marketing. Like, what is my marketing budget? What is my education budget, right? That's another problem that people do or create for themselves. They don't set a marketing budget.
Right. Well,
They
you guys
spend it.
always ask me the marketing budget, and I'm like, I don't know, but I need 907 leads each month to hit my revenue goal. So what should my marketing budget be? That's always my answer. I don't know, but here's how many leads I need, and these are the qualified leads I need. So I know I have to pay more for those leads. So you tell me as the expert, but at least I have that number. Then
Exactly.
I give you the intel to go, oh, well, here's what we need to do, right?
Right.
I love that.
Absolutely. So we know here's how much we need to spend on the marketing. Then how much do we need to spend on our education, right? Because if you take a funnel building course and you're missing some pieces on when it comes to education, then it's probably not going to work, right? People come in, if you don't know how to convert, there's going to be a problem. So we need to educate and spend money on marketing at the same time, basically. Next step is identifying the target market. Who exactly are we trying to serve? Right. And the problem around that is that people try to serve everybody and anybody that has a pulse, right? Trust me, you do not want everybody. If people cannot afford you, if people don't have the right attitude, if you don't like them, if they don't like you, there could be a long list of reasons where you're not a good match. So you need to identify exactly who you serve. And there's always that.
I want my clients to be a clear yes or a clear no, right? Oh my God, love her. Or, oh no, she scares me. Or, oh no, I don't like her, or whatever. So like,
Exactly.
I'd much rather, because you save so much money trying to chase. I find people are chasing their fans versus really marketing to students. That's a different conversation. Like, we have a lot of fans on our social media, but they will never pay us. They're just fans. They're pushing the like button.
I'm kind of the same. I'm like, if you need to think about whether you want to grow your business and you want to do marketing or not, if you want to think about it for a month or 2 or 6 months or a year, I'm probably not the right person for you. Like, I don't have to convince you to grow your business.
Right. Well, there was a study done that we lose 30% of our customers every single year. So if we're not marketing, if we don't have a marketing expert on our team, right, then you're just going out of business. That's why you see people who've been in business for 10 years and their sales are flat, their database hasn't grown. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Clearly nothing. Clearly they don't have a one-page marketing plan or any kind of marketing plan.
Exactly.
What I love about what you do is it's a one page, right? How long does a one page take, right? Because it's a program. You go, okay, it's a one page, but how long does it take to really go through the program to create the one page?
Are you asking me that question? How long does it take?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, it only takes 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah. So we create and implement it in 3 days. Literally 3 days. Walk out with massive clarity around the pieces. So I gave you 2 steps out of 6. Do you want me to do the rest?
Yeah. Sorry, I got excited.
No.
You're really excited. I love this topic because it's one of those things that like hit my head up against the wall and spent the wrong money. And so when I find people that simplify it and give you specific action, I get really excited. So yes. Okay. Give me the rest.
Absolutely. So by the way, this is the 20% of marketing that does 80% of our results. Okay. So solve our goals. What do we want? Who do we serve? Next thing is the offer. What exactly do we do for these people?
Yeah.
Like, what do we specialize in? A massive mistake that I personally made was I was trying to be everything to my customers. Oh, I could do websites now. Oh, we could do SEO. Now we could do copywriting. Why don't we just do their, everything for them, which was a big problem. And then we became an ocean that was about an inch deep.
Yeah.
Right. So then we switched to specialize in one thing. And now I specialize in one-page marketing plans.
Yeah.
Right. So what is the offer? Why is it that you want to do that for your customers? And that's the next piece that we need to figure out. Here's the group. So by the time that we're done with these 2 pieces, it's like, here's who I serve and here's exactly what I do for them, right? And what I do for them is something that they wanted, they need it, they're looking for it, they would happily pay for it. And when I show up and say, hey, Susie, I have this solution for this problem that you might be experiencing, I don't have to convince you to have a conversation. That's the kind of approach that we want to take. So that was step number 3, the offer. Then step number 4, 5, and 6 is, what do we do for lead generation? What do we do for lead conversion? And what do we do for client retention? Okay. So then that completes our 6 steps. So what is...
People aren't looking, like when I look at lead generator, like I made this mistake, is I set it and forget it, right? My marketing person said, go create a lead generator. I created something I thought was fancy. No, nobody finished it. Mustafa, nobody even went through the whole thing because I gave them the buffet, right? A lead generator isn't the buffet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. So the question then we ask is, what is one lead generation strategy that I'm going to work on in the next quarter or in the next 6 months to get it to work and have it bring me leads, qualified leads, while I'm sleeping?
Yes.
Right. And then again, the problem that I hinted to earlier is people are working on 12 different things, or even worse, they think about working on 12 different things.
Right.
And then we think about, oh yeah, there's Facebook, there's LinkedIn, there's YouTube, there is phone calls, and we do. Some people don't even do it. They get us started, and then they don't do it.
Right. Let's do one thing really well, right?
Yeah.
You can use it on multiple platforms because no one's going to see you, right? If you look at Facebook, you can post in the morning, it's gone by the evening.
Yeah.
You know, same thing with Insta stories, they just disappear. So I think I love you said, and I want you all to hear that, qualified leads. That makes a huge difference versus leads, because you waste a ton of money in your database software, being, having people to pay every time you send an email out for people that aren't interested.
Yeah.
Like a clear yes and a clear no.
Absolutely.
So I know you have some juicy stuff that you wanted to give to the audience because they, what can we support them with to help them with this process and this conversation?
Absolutely. So I'm going to share with you the template for our one-page marketing plan. And we're going to share the link here where people can download. You could download and fill it out on your own. Or if you care to join us and join our community and you want to do it together so you don't, feel lonely and you don't just fill out half of it or you don't get stuck, then we could do it together. But it's simple and you could definitely do it on your own.
Yes, I love that.
Click on the link, download the template, and start simplifying your stuff.
Juicy. So that'll all be in the show notes, right, with the link. We'll send that out. And then I want to ask you one juicy question before we go. And so when you look at your journey of being a business owner, what has been the biggest learning lesson? Because we have entrepreneurs who are starting, emerging, exploding. What would you say, I want to know if I knew then what I knew now.
If there's one thing I wish I knew 20 years ago, it would have been the 80-20 principle. If there's...
In case somebody doesn't know what it is, I don't want to see.
So the 80-20 principle is like, there are multiple examples. 20% of your activities are responsible for 80% of your results or more. Or it could be 90-10. It could be 99-1, right? It's not always 80-20. So here, I'll give you a few examples. 20% of your customers bring in 80% of your sales. 10% of your customers give you 90% of your headaches. Those are the 2 fire customers.
Yeah.
Right?
Fire.
What else? 10% of your sales team bring in 90% of your sales.
Yes.
Or it could be 80-20. What else could I tell you? That is the principle. And so
understanding that principle, what did you shift in your business and your life? Because that was the aha moment, the light bulb.
So we dropped, back in 2018, I dropped my agency and I just kept with coaching and training. That was 99% of our services. They're gone overnight. And then we picked a niche, a market. We're going to stick with coaches and consultants. That's it. So there are a lot of people out there. But then here's a fact though. Can I share something kind of interesting? When you say you try to serve everybody, you end up serving nobody.
Yeah.
When you say I serve female coaches between the ages of 35 to 55 who live in Canada and US or just in the state of California, there are so many people that fit into that category that you literally don't have the capacity to serve them all, even if you want it. So people think if they narrow down if they niche down that they're losing, but they're not losing it. They're actually gaining and becoming clear and focused. And it's such a massive market. And we're literally talking like 7, 8, 9-figure business, right? That and there's that fear of losing. They feel like they're going to lose in the whole world. And my response to that is always, you don't have it to begin with. So you might as well just narrow down and apply 80-20, apply essentialism and the rest of it so that you can actually do it and run your business effectively. So that was the long answer to your simple question of what's one thing that
if I had to do it over again, like I wish, if shoulda, coulda, woulda, like I wish I knew then what I knew now. Like your parents would say that, it's like, well, tell me now. Now you got to learn it.
If I could read the 80-20 principle by Richard Koch back when I was going to school, or even when I was in high school, that would have made a massive difference.
Game changer for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for your service. Thank you for serving us and contributing to us. And I'm excited about your gift. I'm excited about, the possibility of working with our tribe and our community, right? Gold mine right in front of us, y'all. So I invite you to go check him out. See if he's the right fit for you, right? We're in business to support you in finding the right partners at the right time that offer the right solution to help you grow, monetize, and explode. So Mostafa, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for everything you do in the industry, and thank you for your time today.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thanks for the opportunity to share the message, and I look forward to serving and supporting your tribe if in any way, shape, or form that I can.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Power Your Profits podcast. Let these building blocks from today's most successful industry leaders equip you with the necessary resources and tools to finally establish the highly profitable business of your dreams. Want to hear more? Listen to more episodes at https://poweryourprofitspodcast.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the show. Now is your time to rise to the top of your game, so be sure to catch our next episode. Until next time.